welcome to Dapper Drams, where we taste and review whiskey to try to determine if the dram in our glass is indeed a Dapper Dram. Well, I'm sure you can tell by the sign behind me where we are today. That's right, Jerry and I are at my favorite distillery, Speyside's own Tamdhu. If you don't know already, I am a huge fan of Tamdhu. I mean huge. I've got many rare bottles in my collection. I hang pictures of Tamdhu on the wall like other people would hang family portraits. I even tried to have my kids' names legally changed to Tam and Do, but the wife put the kibosh on that pretty quick. I've been calling and calling for months now, trying to get a private tour and interview set up with distillery manager Sandy McIntyre, but no one's gotten back to me. So I decided to hop on a plane and surprise them. Once I'm finished up with this segment here, I'm going to head down the road, track down old Sandy, and have him give me the grand tour. Oh, I wonder who this could be. It's not Jerry. He's over there. I'm going to put this on speakerphone for you guys. Hang on. Hello, you've reached Dapper Drams. How may I help you?
Good morning. Is this Mr. Paul Generosity? My name's William Wallace the 11th, an attorney for Mornay, Lachlan, Longshanks, and Wallace, a law firm here in Glasgow. I'm contacting you on behalf of Mr. Sandy McIntyre and the Tamdhu Distillery. It's my duty to inform you that an NHO has been filed against you.
Did you say your name was William Wallace? Like the Scottish hero portrayed by Mel Gibson in that movie Braveheart? That's pretty cool and all, but what's an NHO? And it's just generously Paul, by the way.
Yes, I'm William Wallace. The 10 William Wallaces before me passed me land and title, but they also forced me to go to law school. We are much more civilized here in Scotland now, mind ye. And an NHO is a non-harassment order. Basically a restraining order like you barbarians use in the States. The NHO states you must stay at least 457.2 meters away from the distillery property, its employees, guests, and Mr. McIntyre at all times.
457.2 meters? That's oddly specific. How far is that?
457.2 meters is the equivalent of 1/4 nautical mile, 18,000 inches, or as you chaps like to refer to it, 5 American football fields.
Look, I love this place, and I just want to show fans of my YouTube channel, Dapper Drams, around the distillery and ask Sandy a few questions. What's he afraid of?
He's afraid that you may interfere with or disrupt operations at the distillery, damage equipment vital to distillation, or you may paint him in a bad light if he doesn't answer your questions to your satisfaction. He may even be afraid that you might take his life.
But I'll never take his freedom!
Very amusing, Mr. Generosity, but I assure you here at Mornay, Lachlan, Longshanks, and Wallace, we are not laughing. We are sworn to protect our clients at all costs. You may be flying a banner of truce, but we feel as though you're up to no good.
Fine, I'll move. It's going to take me a little bit of time to rearrange all my stuff and haul it up the hill, but I'll move.
Sometime later.
There, I moved. Is this to your satisfaction, Mr. Mel Gibson? Mr. Wallace?
That is to my satisfaction, Mr. Generosity. But do not test us with any shenanigans, impishness, knavery, rascality, roguery, trickery, or any other mischief, or we will deal with you to the fullest extent of the law. Good day, sir.
Well, good thing he didn't mention tomfoolery. Hey, Jerry! This is as close as I can go, but he didn't say anything about you. Why don't you head down there, take some pictures and some videos through the windows, then get back to me. In the meantime, I'm going to have a dram of Cask 7389 and tell the people about it. All right? Good luck, my friend. So as I was telling Jerry, this is the Tamdhu single cask number 7389. It's a 15-year-old single cask that was selected by the 15 distillery workers to celebrate their 120th anniversary a couple of years ago. It's natural color, it's non-chill filtered, it's bottled at cask strength of 59.3% ABV, and only 603 bottles were filled. This happens to be bottle number 238. Wow, what a rich sherry bomb. Strong sherried oak with Lots of wood spices, cinnamon, clove, nutmeg and ginger. Dense fruit cake, raisins, cranberries, cherries and plums. There's a thick, dark sweetness to it, like caramel, toffee, pancake syrup. A rich chocolate sauce. Milk and dark chocolate, vanilla, leather and tobacco, black licorice. Just a whiff of smoke. Not peaty so much, but just a hint of smoke in the background. Orange oil, almonds, pecans, walnuts. This is one of those special whiskeys that you could nose all night long, and every time you come back to it, you get something new. It's incredibly complex. Hey, hey, you! It's one of the distillery workers coming to work. Hey, man, you work for Tamdhu, don't you? I love what you're doing, man. Keep up the good work. Huh? Yeah, this is 500 yards. Okay, see you later. What a nice guy. All right, let's go in for a taste, shall we? Whoa. What an intense arrival. It's such a good burn, though. A whole lot of sherry and oak. Dense, dark fruits like raisins and plums and cranberries. Some orange peel. Brown sugar. Vanilla. Lots of wood spice like on the nose. Cinnamon, nutmeg, clove. Some pepper. Let's go for a little more. It's nutty. Pecans mostly, but also almonds and walnuts. A little hazelnut. Dark berries. Blackberries and mulberries, but all heated up and turned up to 11. Caramel, chocolate oranges, black licorice, and a little fennel. Again, it's just a huge sherry bomb. Incredible amount of flavor coming out of this thing. If you're not used to cask strength whiskeys, don't bother. But if you are, this one will delight. Here comes another distillery worker. Hey, don't you think you're running a bit late? Hey, I'm just trying to look out for you. Yeah, this is 500 yards. Why does everybody keep asking me that? Oh well, at least I have this amazing whiskey to enjoy. Wow. You know, as far as the score goes, I'm going to give the Tamdhu single cask number 7389 120th anniversary edition 29 out of 30 strange women lying in ponds distributing swords. And of course, the question of the day is this a dapper dram? Well, if you couldn't tell already, yes, this is absolutely a dapper dram. Huge, bold flavors, a nice presentation. I mean, look at this box, it's beautiful. Uh, it's just a wonderful entry into the Tamdhu history books, honestly. Beautiful whiskey. Pick it up if you can find it. I doubt you can, but if you can find it, pick it up. It's amazing. Well, if you would like to read my full review of the Tamdhu single cask number 7389, just head on over to distiller.com and search for the username generously_Paul. There you can read this and all of my reviews. Uh-oh, it's that lawyer guy again. What does he want now? Hello?
Mr. Generosity, I just received a phone call from a distillery worker. He says you're screaming at them from just beyond the distillery's car park. I thought I told you to stay away. They also said there's a shady-looking person creeping around the warehouse. Is he with you? No matter. You leave me with little choice. I'm rounding up the firm's army and we're heading for Tamdhu. We'll be there in less than a fortnight, so prepare yourself for battle.
Oh, hold up, Mel. Yeah, that guy's with me. That's just Jerry. Jerry the Bruce. Yeah, he's Robert the Bruce's great-great-great-nephew twice removed. He's practically royalty, so he can wander the grounds as he likes.
Jerry the Bruce? Jerry the Bruce, you say? He brought shame upon his family a few years back when he ruined Burns Night by dumping haggis all over the Queen and proclaiming that he'd won at Burns Night.
Yeah, well, he spends most of his time with me back in the States, so he doesn't know the rules to all your crazy traditions. Look, I didn't bring my army, but why don't we settle this like gentlemen? You represent Tamdhu, right? Well, are you even a fan? Do you drink the stuff? Do you know anything about their history? Let's wager that I am in possession of more knowledge of the distillery than you. A sort of Tamdhu lightning round. 3 questions each. Loser has to head home with his head between his legs and kiss his own arse. What say you, Wallace?
That is a fine challenge, Sir Paul, but you're a fool, for I have quite the library of Tamdhu history. Just so you're aware, in matters such as these, any ties would go to the plaintiff. This is just like the way my great-great-great-great-grandfather dispatched the British at the Battle of Falkirk.
The Scots lost at Falkirk, genius. Go watch the movie again. That's when your great-great-great-grandfather sat in a field and he cried when Robert betrayed him. But enough Hollywood history lessons. Let the lightning round begin.
Very well. And what year was Tamdhu founded?
Easy. 1897. You'll have to do better than that, my man. My turn. What style sherry does Tamdhu use to season their casks?
Why, Oloroso sherry, of course. Everyone knows that. Round 2. In what village is Tamdhu located?
Seriously? Knockandoo. Man, I thought this was going to be hard. Okay, your next question is this. How many stills are used at Tamdhu?
Let me think. 6?
That sounded like a guess to me, but you're right either way.
Guess or not, I was correct. And now it's time for your final question. In what year was the Tamdhu distillery mothballed?
Oh, now that is a tough question. Well, most recently, it was closed between 2009 and 2012 and reopened after Edrington Group sold to Ian MacLeod Distillers. Before that, Tamdhu was mothballed between 1928 and 1948. Quite the dark time in history, if you ask me. And there's one other time. When was that?
You sound stumped, Sir Paul. Do you yield and admit defeat?
Never. Give me a moment. Now I remember. The first time Tamdhu was mothballed was between 1911 and 1913.
Damn. Very good. Ask your final question of me and then be gone.
Well, seeing as how I'm already just about done anyways, I'm going to throw you a softball, Mr. Big-Time Scotsman. You should know this. What does Tamdhu mean in Gaelic?
I'm not sure what a softball is, but I am fluent in Gaelic and I know that Tamdhu are Those stringy things at the top of an ear of corn.
Wow. I'm impressed. Impressed at how wrong you are. Little stringy things on corn? Tamdhu means little dark hill. Looks like I win.
That's what I meant to say. Of course it means Little Dark Hill. I was just confusing dialects is all.
Yeah, right, Willie the 11th. Whatever you say. I won, and there's nothing you can do about it. In your face. And who are you really? Because William Wallace didn't have any children.
You don't think I know that? He was my ancestor after all. This is not over, Yankee. I will be avenged. I will be avenged.
Wow. Talk about a sore loser. Hey, Jerry. Hey, I beat that lawyer guy pretty good. I don't think he's too happy about it, though. I think we should get out of here before he decides to send his army in a fit of rage. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Dapper Drams.